Hey, babes. Welcome back to another episode of Bourbon Heartburn, a Heart on Fire podcast. This is where we talk about relationships, friendships, situationships, and all the messy little in-betweens. Today, I want to talk about something that I have had on my mind constantly since I started dating in my 30s, okay? The difference between chemistry and compatibility. Have you ever felt an instant spark with someone? Come on, we all have. And you just couldn't stop thinking about them. You're checking your phone constantly, or you're like, okay, I think this is the one. Then a few months later, you're like, okay, that was a disaster. What the hell was I thinking? So today we're going to be talking about chemistry, compatibility, and why people confuse the two of them. And honestly, I want to talk about why chemistry is not enough. And this is something that I have really had to kind of hone in on really. Honestly, I be out here just having chemistry with everybody. I'm like, okay, well, I have chemistry with every person. I go on a date and I'm like, oh, it's fun. I'm starting to think it's because I'm there. Sorry, but it's true. I'm a good time. So let's talk about what is chemistry. Chemistry is a spark, okay? It's that attraction. It's that excitement. It's like those butterflies that people talk about. And it's that sexual tension. You're like, and you feel it and you want them, you're attracted to them. And it's having easy conversation on the first few dates. It's that magnetic pull towards someone, right? You're like, oh, I want to see them again. I want to just spend time with them. I want to get to know them more. That's all chemistry. And it's beautiful. It's wonderful. And chemistry makes us feel something. It makes us have that feeling of something. And it's all rooted in emotion. So chemistry is all emotional and chemistry is immediate. And some of those examples are like, okay, you're on the phone with them and you're like, they FaceTime you or you FaceTime them. And all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, we were FaceTimed for 2 hours. Awesome. Or you go all day and you just can't stop thinking about them. And you feel excited every time they text. And you guys are just like, boom, 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 boom. You're talking and you're like, oh my God, they just get me. And I get them. And we have so much in common. And da. All chemistry. And then we want to chase that. And the reason why we chase that chemistry is because it feels intoxicating. It's like we get this dopamine rush. It's like, ooh, we're getting fed and we're just getting that rush of dopamine. So we're going to continue chasing that dopamine rush. And movies and modern shows, they teach us to prioritize these sparks and this sexual tension and that immediate excitement. And dating apps encourage us even more to chase after that and encourage that instant attraction, right? And that immediateness. And we often mistake that excitement for an actual connection. And sometimes chemistry feels the strongest with emotionally unavailable people. I say sometimes, but I mean like damn near all the time for me. But like, why? Why is this? It's like, why is this? You have to start looking like, why? And you got to look inward and you got to look at what is the situation. And uncertainty can create this obsession, this chasing. And inconsistency can create this anticipation. It's like, oh, I'm waiting for them to text me back. I'm waiting for them to call. I'm waiting for them to give me this ounce of attention. And that just makes, and then you get it, and then you get that dopamine, and then you just want to keep coming back for more. And then you just keep going in this cycle. And that anxiety, it creates that anxiety, and then that can feel like an attraction. And it's not that you're not attracted to the person, but it's like very surface level. That attraction is very surface level. And the strongest chemistry I've always felt wasn't always with the healthiest people. Okay, we also have to talk about compatibility. What the hell is compatibility? Compatibility is not always exciting at all. Compatibility means you share values, you share goals, you share communication styles, your lifestyle is in alignment. You both have conflict resolution. You're both emotionally available. And compatibility answers things like, can we actually build a life together? Chemistry gets us through a date, right? But compatibility gets you through the actual relationship. And that's where it's so muddy. It's like people just are like, they just feed off of this chemistry, when in reality, you can have chemistry with damn near everybody in the fucking world, but you're not going to be compatible with a quarter of those people, if that, a third. And some examples of compatibility are similar views on commitment. Have you talked to this person about what they're looking for with a commitment? Have you talked to this person about how they communicate? And then when they tell you how they communicate, have they shown that? Have they proven that that's actually how they communicate? Because somebody can say that they communicate a certain way and that something's super important to them. Oh, I communicate this way. This is important. And then they don't. So have you spoken about that, and have you seen that? Similar financial values. Huge. I know, statistically speaking, that sex and finances are the number one thing for divorce. And we'll just talk about failed relationships in general, because I'm not super traditional when it comes to like, oh, getting married and stuff, but just having a partner that you want to do life with in general, that sex and finances are the number one issue. Do you have similar financial values? Because if you do, or if you don't, then hey, we got to make sure that we can communicate appropriately. And then, do you have similar family goals? In the last 2 years of my life, now that I'm 31, I have met some really wonderful people, but I don't want any more children. They do. But I'm talking about this on the first date, because I know I don't want any more kids. And I'm not trying to waste nobody's time. And that's okay. And then also, you got to test that emotional maturity. Are you guys on the same level when it comes to that emotional maturity? And it's nothing bad to that person, or it's okay if you're not. But you've got to be able to identify that at a good time and be able to make an informed decision on moving forward and spending your time. I mean, your time is your fucking currency. Are they reliable? Are they trustworthy? Like, these are signs of compatibility with someone. You have to ask yourself, do they communicate? Do they show up consistently? Can you actually solve problems together? Something serious happens. Can you sit down and actively become a team to address the situation and problem solve? Boom. And many relationships have chemistry. Many relationships have chemistry, but they have no fucking compatibility. They have great conversations, they have great physical connection, great attraction, but they have constant conflict, different values, different goals. They literally cannot handle a situation, and they just live that way. They just choose to live that way. And then it gets to a point where they're like, "Oh, I'm just staying because of the children. I'm just gonna stay here until the kids are older." Never. You could not pay me enough money to fucking stay till the kids are older. Hell fucking no. This life is way too fucking short. Please don't fucking do that. I'm so just like, ugh, anytime I hear that. I think it's sad. But anyway, some examples of people having, relationships having chemistry and no compatibility is like one person might, during dating, one person might want marriage. One person maybe is like, I don't really see marriage in my future. One person might want kids. One doesn't. One maybe communicates like super openly, and they're huge on just digging into something and communicating about it. And one just completely shuts down. One wants super consistency and the other wants some freedom. Just like, and chemistry cannot fix fundamental incompatibility at all, no matter how hard you try. And this is something that I definitely am learning slowly. Healthy love feels very different. Healthy relationships feel calmer. They feel less anxious. There's less guessing, less of an emotional roller coaster. Sometimes people mistake that peace for boredom. And it's because that chaos might feel familiar, might feel kind of safe in a sense because that's what you're used to. And you're programmed and your nervous system is still in that fight or flight. And some people aren't missing that chemistry. They're missing that chaos that they're used to. I feel that wholeheartedly. So some questions to ask yourself, whether it be while you're dating or while you're getting more serious with someone and you're like, okay, are we actually compatible for long term? Do I like who they are or do I like how they make me feel? Or are we aligned on our major life goals, like your future? Look at your future, where you want to be. Or if you want kids, where you want your children to be. Are we aligned? Can I truly, truly, truly trust them? Like literally my life in their hands. Can I trust them with my life in their hands, let alone my children's lives in their hands? Do they communicate with me consistently? Am I attracted to them or am I attracted to that chase? Am I attached to that chase and that just chaos that they give me? Would I choose them? Would I choose them if the chemistry alone absolutely disappeared tomorrow? Ask yourself those questions. Don't get me wrong. Chemistry definitely matters. It 100% matters. Chemistry is fun. Chemistry is important. Attraction matters. Sexual tension matters. Sparks matter. Butterflies matter. But chemistry alone, without compatibility, it cannot sustain a healthy relationship. And the goal isn't chemistry or compatibility. The goal is finding both. And you don't just find it, you build it. The healthiest relationships usually have chemistry that attracts you and then the compatibility that keeps you there. This is something that I am, oh my God, praying for. And I will not stop being myself and hoping and praying for that in this lifetime. Thank you for listening. I am so excited. I have something to announce. I am going to be launching a dating reflection journal. What that is going to be just a space that you can analyze after you're dating and not get so caught up in that moment of excitement and potential, and just analyze how you genuinely feel, where your emotions are that day, before it, during it, and after it, and really figure out where you're at, where you want to be, and reflect on a date and reflect on the person that you just spent time with. I'm really excited about it. It will be launching here within the next couple weeks. So keep an eye out for the Bourbon and Heartburn Dating Reflection Journal. I'm so excited. Keep an eye out. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I will see you next episode. Stay honest, stay bold, and stay you.